What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome back to another episode of Player 80s where Chelsea have beaten Slavia Prague by 4-3. It's been a game of two halves. Let's start in goal. Kepa, how do you think he played today?
Listen, they scored in the first half. He made a pretty decent save in the first half as well, but then after that, it was just... there were two pretty decent goals, to be fair. I mean, I don't think there was much more he could do, but he still conceded 3 goals, so I've got to give him a 5.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Let's go to right back, Azpilicueta. Another game for him. How do you think he coped?
I think defensively, he wasn't that bad, especially in the first half, but going forward, again, but it's just Dave. I'm not expecting him to do amazing going forward, to be honest. Yeah. But defensively, he tried to hold down the right-hand side. I'm going to give him a 6 today.
Let's move on to David Luiz. Now, first half, I didn't think he was that much trouble. Second half, so rash.
So rash, cuz. I'm thinking, what is he doing, fam? Like, he's meant to be one of the leaders in the team, and he's just throwing himself about, fam. He's throwing himself about, and some of the passes he was making, some of them were good, I'll give him that, but some of them were poor. Some of them were really poor for David Luiz.
Apparently there was a thing with him and Giroud at the last minute where Giroud wanted to take the free kick, and he was getting pushed off. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard about it.
He's been shit at free kicks for a while now as well,
fam. He hits the wall all the time.
Yeah, every time he hits the wall. I've got to give him a 5 today. He was definitely the worst out of the centre-back pairing today.
All right, moving on to Christensen. What do you think of him?
I thought, even though at times he got dragged out, he held himself up, and he was, how can I say, he was a lot more involved than David Luiz was, in my opinion. I felt he was a lot more stable. It was a bit calmer. I'm not saying he had an amazing performance, but he was definitely the better out of the two, and his passing wasn't too bad. I'm not expecting an amazing passing from him, but his general passing wasn't too bad. So I'm going to give him a 6 today.
All right, moving on to Emerson now. In my opinion, first half, I thought, again, not that bad. You'll say that about a lot of the players because it is a game of two halves. Second half, though, just took too long to put those crosses into the box.
Bruv, I don't understand what it was. I mean, dribbling, he's always pretty good. Going forward, he's always okay. Yeah. But yeah, man, them crosses, fam, they were coming in slow. Defensively, he was okay. Not amazing, but he was okay. He held up his side quite well. I'm going to give him a 6.
Moving on to Kante now. At the midfield, I can't really say he's the one that did anything wrong. My problem was more with Barkley, but we'll move on to that.
Yeah, on a level, I'm gonna say that wasn't one of Kante's best performances today. I think there was a few times where maybe his decision making was a bit poor. Yeah. But a bad Kante performance is still a good midfielder's performance.
That's just the standards he has, isn't it?
So I'm gonna give Kante. I'm gonna give him a 7 because defensively we needed him there big time. Especially in that second half, we needed him there, and he was sweeping up and making a few tackles here and there.
All right, going on to Kovacic now. Kovacic, I thought first half he was okay, but he wasn't like Jorginho, like we expected him to be. Second half, going forward, weren't good enough.
It wasn't good enough. I mean, of course, I think he does okay in the role for these Europa League games, but I wouldn't really risk that in a Premier League game. I wouldn't want to risk that, to be completely honest, because you can see that the midfield isn't as stable and we don't have Jorginho there. And the one thing I want to credit him for is that he does not to put in a tackle though. Yeah. When he plays in that position, he does like to catch up with them and try to stick one on them.
That's kind of the only thing he's got on Jorginho.
That's the only thing else with Jorginho in that position. I thought he was okay today. Poor at times, 6.
Ross Barkley now just did nothing with the space that they gave, because first half Prague were terrible. They kept misplacing passes, but he just never really made them suffer. And every time he had the ball, the pass was just a little bit too far off. We didn't get what we wanted from him.
His passing wasn't too great. When the ball was wet, he was like, when the ball would come to him, he'd wait and do some little turn, and people would go, "Ooh!" I'm like, "Bruv, he didn't do nothing. He just waited for the ball to go past him and he turned, fam." That's all he done. Like, on a level, he did not do anything amazing, and I'm not saying it to pick him out or nothing, but I don't recall him taking any shots today whatsoever. Where for the system in that position, you're meant to be the one taking shots. Creatively, he's not amazing. Dribbling, he's not amazing. Driving with the ball, he wasn't amazing. So I don't understand what I can really credit him for today, especially considering the opposition that we faced today. This isn't the first time, but he's come up against weak opposition and hasn't been good enough. How are we starting for Premier League games? If you can't do it against Prague, who can you do it against in the Premier League? That's my main question. Yeah. So I'm going to give him a 5.
Okay, moving on to Pedro now. First off, brilliant. Yeah. Got the 2 goals. I think one was an own goal, but then he got the 4th one after that. Second half, though, again, we're saying the same thing. Second half, completely different.
It's like he lost his head, fam. I have no idea what he was thinking in that second half. I mean, of course, I have to credit him for the 2 goals.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to credit him for that. I mean, let's be real, he's involved in 3. So he does get a higher rating, but I'm not going to ignore his second half performance because it was not great.
It just seemed like he was in the way half the time.
I think there was a moment, I can't remember who it was, Kovacic or someone like that had the ball, and then it was like he just stood there, and then we lost the ball from him. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're just standing in his way. So I don't understand what he was doing in that second half, but he did score the goals. I got to give him a 7. Reluctantly.
Yeah. Eden Hazard now came off.
Yep.
Probably should have came off a little bit earlier.
Yep.
They looked like they just wanted to hack him down, to be honest.
Listen, they were trying to fuck up our season, fam. They were just trying to kick the shit
Saying
out.
that's our entire team on the floor.
Exactly. Like, it's like they thought them out, you know what, yeah, we're not going to go through, let's just beat them up. Like, on the level, they were just like, look, let's just punish them, innit? We can't beat them, let's punish them, even though they did get close. But, clearly the creative outlet, he was a great assist for the Pedro goal. I'm not sure if it was the one I can't for the own goal, I'm not sure, to be honest, but...
Second goal was an own goal.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, he was the main creative outlet on that left-hand side. His dribbling was good, his passing was okay. I don't recall him taking too many shots. I'm not sure if he took any at all. Nah. But he was trying to get that. He was trying to get down the line just on the edge of the box and trying to hit them in. And we did score a few. So, I'm going to give Hazard 8 today. Definitely our best player.
All right, Giroud now. Limited opportunities. I think he should have got into the box a bit earlier for a lot of the crosses.
Yeah.
But our attack was a lot better with him in it.
For the Premier League, he needs to be starting.
Yeah.
In the big games, he needs to be starting. That's Eden, you know. Don't piss me off.
Is that?
So Giroud, you see the hold up play. We can actually smack the ball from Kepa can actually smack the ball up to him and we can actually win a header.
Yeah.
With Higuain, we do not have that option. The link up is much better. He links up with the wingers a lot better, especially Eden Hazard.
He does more with the ball.
He got involved, fam. Like, it wasn't too frustrating to watch him. He was even getting in behind a little bit, and Giroud ain't got the pace to be getting in behind, man. But he was doing his thing. I thought he played well today.
They were playing a mad high.
Yeah, they were playing a mad island. I don't know what they were thinking.
Everyone passed the
It's
halfway
honestly. So, Giroud, he was one of our better players today, in my opinion. I'm going to give him a 7. And so they really highlighted when we need them in games. And even though this isn't the best of opposition, we could have used them. We could have used them against the Liverpool. We're probably going to need them against the Burnley. We're probably going to need them against the Man United, and he showed that today. He needs to be starting games.
Right, let's roll through the subs first. Jorginho came on, booed again. Don't know why. But I didn't think he had a bad game.
He didn't have a bad game at all. I know he messed up maybe 1, 2, 3 passes, but as soon as he came on, he's sending the line. You man, come up. He's pointing people. Pedro, get out there, fam. What are you doing? He's telling Kante, come here. He's come on and he's looking like a leader. He came on looking like a leader, and that's what I wanted to see. Instantly, within the first minute, fam, he was telling people what to do. Then when he got the ball at his feet, we looked a lot calmer in possession. Although we wasn't great, we looked a lot calmer, and that's clearly what we needed at the time. So I don't understand the boost. I don't understand the frustrations. But based on the substitute's performance, I'm going to give him a 6 because that's what he normally does anyway. Like, he just stabilised the midfield. Simple as that.
All right, let's go on to Willian.
I thought Willian done okay. I guess. I mean,
I don't think he had a lot to do.
I don't remember much. I'm not going to lie, I do not remember much. I remember him getting the ball a couple of times, trying to link up with Emerson a tiny bit on that left-hand side, but he didn't get much out. He didn't get much, so I'm just going to give him a 5.
All right, last sub, Hudson-Odoi now.
Yeah.
Didn't think he had a good game.
Yeah, it was poor. It was poor. No denying. I'm not gonna. He's my boy in that. I love him and that. But he was poor when he came on. But the team played poor, and I think that played a factor into it.
Still want him to start on Monday.
Oh, damn right. You better start on Monday, fam. So, yeah, he wasn't great. So I do have to give him a low score with a 5. But
He'll learn from it.
He needs these mistakes, innit? Like, I heard people grilling them as well, fam. How are you gonna grill a youth like that? How are you gonna grill one of our own, the man you want to play?
These are the same man that are booing Jorginho.
Exactly. So, like, you shouldn't be grilling them. Like, yes, he wasn't amazing, but boy, he's a young player and he needs to learn. And he's probably gonna learn from that today. He's probably gonna learn.
Right, let's talk about the Chelsea fans now. I'm not gonna lie, for Europa League, it was actually a pretty good atmosphere in the first half. Yeah. But then they let themselves down with the Jorginho booing, so I don't really want to give them a high rating.
I don't want to give that much either. Everything was going sweet to them. As soon as the game started, yeah, and everyone seemed a bit up, and I was like, rotted. Maybe the soundboard people were a bit gassed today, fam, because it was pretty decent. So I'm going to give the fans a 6, fam. I would have given them an 8 or maybe even a 9, fam. But I don't see why we're booing our own players for doing their jobs correctly, fam. I don't understand.
Our last one, Maurizio Sarri. Strong lineup. Decent rotation. Jorginho's got some time off. Hudson-Odoi's got some time. And Higuain as well. Yeah. What do you think about his performance there? I don't think it was that bad. I think if I'm nitpicking, Hazard could have come on could have come off a bit earlier. But that's just me nitpicking. I don't think he did much wrong.
Honestly, even though it was a strong lineup, we did get the win. It's a recurring theme. We come out the second half looking poor. And I'm not sure if that's down to him or I'm not sure if it's down to the players. But he should definitely be trying to inject into the players. Look, we're winning. You got to respect the opponent, and we just got to ride this out. I understand maybe it's not the most amazing of games that you want to play. It's not the most entertaining, but just keep it cool, keep it composed, and they did not do that. So I have to look at Sammy and say, rotted, what's going on? Because this is not the first time this has happened. So I'm going to give Maurizio a 7 because we got the result. He put out a good lineup. I'm not sure if it's down to him or the players regarding the second half. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to give him a 7.
Oh, this has been your player ratings for Chelsea 4, Slavia Prague 3. Don't forget to let us know whether you agree or disagree with any of our ratings down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media links will be down in the description below as well. Don't forget to check out Cameron's personal channel.
Cam's UTC.
Don't forget to check out my personal channel, Carefree Lewis G, as well. And don't forget to vote for 100% Chelsea in the FBAs, as well as the Chelsea Echo, London is Blue podcast, Lawrence Vascoli, don't forget to subscribe to him, and Jan Lolishon. Have I missed anyone? Everyone Chelsea. Everyone Chelsea. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you on Monday.